Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a figgy pudding. Oh, bring us.
Merry Christmas! Welcome back to Budgeting on the Go here with me, Marie. Today it's Christmas, it's December the 25th, and I have just launched our new neutrals collection. I will be showing you first the gray one, and then I will show you the second collection. So let's get into it. Okay guys, here we have our calendar. So we start our calendar. Normally I start my calendar on Mondays because a lot of people buy stickers, such as myself. We buy planner stickers, and we love here on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, putting our weekend banner. And if I separate these two and put Sunday, Saturday, there's no way you can actually use the weekend banner unless you like cut it in half or something, and that just doesn't look right. And here we have our goals and notes. As you can see, our top has changed a little bit, and we now have here two spaces where either you can write the year here or here. The same over here, you know, either write the month here or the year, vice versa, however you guys would like it. These are not fillable. Once again, our neutrals collection is not fillable. We have here the spots for either your date dots or anything like that. Let me fix you up here a little bit. We have here our date dots if you guys would, you know, want to put date dots or just write it in manually. So this is our calendar, guys. Right now we only have these letter size. They are 8.5 by 11, so it's what we have till now. I do want to make it like the happy planner size and stuff like that, but we still are working in progress. We're just seeing how this goes. Then we have here, this is our new printable, and this is actually our debt payoff tracker, guys. This is actually our debt tracker. So our debt payoff tracker. So we have up here the date, we have the loan category, the company, the balance owed, the interest, the payoff date, your account, the website, your username and password, because boy can I forget username and passwords. I gotta write everything down. And the payoff method. Are you going to use the snowball method? Are you going to use the avalanche method or any other method that you might think is appropriate? Then down here we have so that you can track all the payments that you have made. We have the due date, the starting balance, the minimum payment, the extra payment, and the balance. And down here the total. I will zoom you guys in so that you can actually get a better view. Okay, so it just looks like this, and again the little spots are in gray, as well as your top banner is in gray. And this is just very simple, very clean. I just like the chic elegance. Then we have our expense tracker. So this is our expense tracker, guys. Okay, as you can see here, we changed it up a little bit. So before we used to have, you guys know, we used to have the 3 categories and you guys would check it off. Now I just put account and you guys put what are you using. Are you using your cash, your checking, your savings, your credit card? You know, put whatever you're trying to track here. And then balance, we'll put it in here, and date in here. Once again, not fillable. You have to hand fill these out, okay? And then here we have the date, the description, the account, plus or minus amount, your balance. What is this S for now in check mark? This S is now for sinking fund. If you use your sinking fund, you'll check it off. If not, you'll leave it as is. I often had a problem because I'll explain in a minute. Let me get to the other one, which is our income tracker, and I'll explain what the problem is here with that I have with the sinking fund. Okay, and then down at the bottom we still have that same method: total spent, total debt paid, total saved, and our rollover. So this is what our expense tracker looks like. Okay, and now we'll get back in a minute to that expense tracker and how it links onto here. We have our income breakdown. I decided to put income breakdown because a lot of us don't receive an actual paycheck. Like me, for instance, right now, you guys know I'm using my emergency fund. That's still kind of an income because that's what I had saved up, and I am paying myself from my income or from my emergency fund. I'm paying myself to be able to pay my bills, right? Because that's what I'm working with right now. So here we have pay period. Instead of paycheck, pay period. And you guys track it monthly, track it weekly, track it however you want. You break that income down. Here you put your sources of income, expected, actual. Here we have your pay yourself, the balance. We have the tithe donation and the total and leftover. Down here we have our spots for our bills, budgeted, paid, and leftover. Over here we have our sinking funds, budget, paid, the total, the leftover. Down here we have our debt, budget, paid, the total, the leftover, savings, budget, paid, total, leftover. As you can see, this bottom portion has changed. Before we used to have here to be able to do all the totals of everything, how much we spent, how much we got left over. I took that out because our leftover should be 0, right? A lot of us, or many of you guys, because I haven't been doing it, we do the 0-based budget. I have not been doing that 0-based budget. As you guys saw, I always leave a little bit of a cushion there. It's just for my mental sanity. A lot of people just go knee deep into the 0-based budget. I can't do it. Like that's the way my mind works. Do your budget in a way that works for you. You can have 20,000 people saying, do the 0-based budget. That's some sort of type of mental situation that you just, whatever, and just do a 0-based budget. I would tell you that it's what works for you, because what's the point of having a 0-based budget but it doesn't help you at all? Like, you're still spending, you're still getting a lot of anxiety, you're still going up the walls, you're still in debt. Each day you get a little more in debt because you just don't know how to deal with it, with that 0 at the end of the day, right? So do what works for you. If a 0-based budget doesn't work for you, then just do a minimum cushion. What you don't want to do is keep overspending and getting yourself into debt. So what I mean with this sinking fund here, now we can go back and forth. A lot of people will actually put income, right? And if they're using one of their sinking funds, they'll add it to this income. They'll add it here. So you add it to your balance here and you take it off that way. But the way I was doing it was I was not putting it here, right? Because I forget or whatever, and I just don't add it here. I just don't like putting my sinking fund, if I'm going to use it or not, here, because sometimes I'm not sure of it. So to me, it was being a problem because then I was taking, like, let's say I did spend from a sinking fund and I didn't have it on me or whatever at the moment, I would take it off of my regular balance when that wasn't the reality. The reality was I had a sinking fund for it. So what I did now was I put it here and I'll check mark this box, right? That way, if I did use from my balance, I can put that money back into the balance, right? And that way I know that whatever I spent on wasn't taken off from this balance. It was actually a sinking fund that I used. I hope that made sense, guys. But that's the purpose of this S at the end. You just check mark that that was a sinking fund you used and that that wasn't from your paycheck or from your regular income. So that's what we have with that one. Then over here we did a new one as well. This is also a new one, which is subscription memberships. As you guys saw, I did pay my Costco membership recently, but I had a sinking fund for that, but I did not remember. So this helps you prep for next year, right? 2022. We have the company or website, whatever you're paying. Let it be a business renewal, your personal renewals. You can, since these are printables, you can print as many as you need, right? If you want to use them to track your personal, to track your, let's say, husband, if you guys do it separate, to track your children's. Maybe you have older children and you want to help them be better at their budgeting. If you track your business from your personal, which is what I'm planning to do this year, right? My personal's in one and my business in the other. Preparing for that. So up here you put the date, here you put company or website, renewal date, annual amount, monthly amount if you pay it monthly, if you pay it annually, and here if it's on auto renewal. So that way you know at that particular date you have it taken out. So make sure you have that in your account. And this is what it looks like. So that's our subscription and memberships. Then as usual we have our monthly income overview, guys. Up here we put the date. Here we have the income, rollover incoming, and total income. Down here we have our category, budgeted, spent, plus or minus difference, and the percentage. And down here we have our progress update as usual, total debt, total saved, total sinking fund, the beginning balance, paid, and ending balance. And here we have our sinking fund overview, which I will show you. We have two different ones here. We have the sinking fund overview. We have the date, category, starting balance, plus minus amount, actual balance, and balance till you reach the goal. We forget what the heck our goal was, right? So here is balance till goal, just to help you get a little more motivated. And then down here we have our 3-month progress, our 6-month progress, and our 9-month update progress. Here we have categories accomplished if you manage to accomplish any before time, total saved, and total spent if you had to use any. And then this is different. This is the sinking fund plan. This is what you do at the beginning of the year. So now January we should have this filled out. January. And that is going to complement the sinking fund overview. The overview is what you do monthly. Monthly, weekly, however you want. But this monthly would be ideal. This is what you check monthly to make sure that the goals you put on your plan is what it's going and marching well. So this is the date. Here you put the category description, the goal amount, the due date is how long or by what time do you expect to have this amount saved, and the monthly deposit, which you set an amount, but you guys know you can put extra towards it. So we have the monthly deposit so that you can accomplish that. And then here we have our 3-month update, 6-month update, 9-month update. So here you can see if you are accomplishing, if things are going well. But this is what tracks if you're doing well with this plan. And then we have our net worth, which is our last one. Wait, we're missing one. We're missing one. I'll get it in a minute. Missing one. Okay, then we have here our net worth. We have the date. We have our assets. We have our value. We have our liabilities and the amount owed. Assets is what we paid off and what is ours, right? And the value of that. Maybe you finish paying off your car. Maybe you finish paying off a house. Maybe you have your stocks. You have your bank accounts. You know, and you put all that there. Here, liabilities. If you owe your house, if you owe some sort of type of company, right? A loan, a credit card. If you owe your vehicle and how much you still owe on that. So that goes there. You have your last month, right? You have the totals here. And you have your last month if you tabulated that. If you haven't tabulated and you have no idea, just put a 0. And you'll see how it, once you do your actual net worth and you fill this out, then you'll be like, okay, so I went from 0 or from not knowing, right? NA doesn't apply. Or not knowing, and then you have here, right, you put your total assets and your total liabilities. Your net worth, you'll take your assets and you'll subtract your liabilities, and that will give you your net worth. If you're negative, don't be afraid, guys. Don't be alarmed. It'll progress. Just give it some time, okay? Don't go scattering because it's a negative. Give it a little bit of time. And you'll see as the month goes by, you'll see how everything and all the numbers are starting to change. Okay? That's what this is all about. It's about tracking and seeing your progress. And our last page is our notes. Some people just like using a note page just to either write down at the end of the month their progress, right? You can see here your progress. You can write at the end of the month or at the beginning of the month what you expect to do, or a positive quote. Some people like writing different positive quotes, and even scriptures from the Bible. That particular month you need like a scripture to help you get through the month. Go back and read it, and before you start doing all your budgeting, you can also write here all of your progress, everything you have accomplished, not only financially but personally. You can also use this to write your personal, right? Use it as a journal page or anything, or something like that. So you have notes, you have the date, and you have all these lines, right, to be able to write down your thoughts or brainstorm, even like if you want to start a new side hustle, if you want to start a website or something, you can just use this to jot down all the ideas in your catch-all. So basically I wanted to do this neutrals collection, guys, because I wanted to start this neutral collection, guys, because some people actually like decorating their own page. Some people like buying their stickers and decorating. And as you guys saw, I planned my December and I put all the stickers on, and it really motivates you to keep going. Some people also just need a neutrals page. Like they just want to have like a nice clean canvas to work with. People like to be the more simple stuff to be able to work with, and the neutrals kind of like goes with any theme. Maybe they have a business theme and they just want to put maybe like the business sticker somewhere just to know that this is their business tracker, or they just want to have like a put more like the florals, but their own type of florals each month, just to see something a little bit different. So this is our neutrals collection in gray. This is the one in gray. I've worked so hard on this, guys. This is like a project that I've worked very hard on, and I have just been going back and forth and back and forth. At times I've had to delete the whole thing and start all over, but I just wanted something that looked clean, chic, elegant, simple, to just like keep you motivated and to keep you on track. And believe me, I've searched high and low, and I've been going like into different spots to see how much printables run for. Let me tell you something. For the quality that this is and the work that I put into this, I'm giving this at a very, very good price, guys. Like, I've seen people do these printables, and they're running for $4 to $7 per printable. And these are $2.25 a piece. They run from $2 to $3.25. I think it's the most expensive that I've done. So this is like an amazing price. So take advantage of the opportunity. Take advantage of this week to go out and get your printable, guys, and start planning for 2022 and fixing your finances. Like, if you could get one to start off with, I would say get an expense tracker. I wouldn't even say get an income breakdown. Get an expense tracker, because that way you're seeing how much you're spending versus how much you're making. A lot of people, I've seen so many people on my videos say, I don't track my expenses. I make a budget, but I don't know what I'm spending on what. This is the base for you to see how much you're spending, how to put your emergency plan together, what's going out, what's coming in. This is your base. If you don't know how much you're spending on what, how do you expect to make a budget? So if you could get any, I would say get an expense tracker and start with that. And then, work your way up to build your budgeting planner. Okay, so guys, this is available on both of our shops. budgetingonthego.com, on our website, right? www.budgetingonthego.com. And on our Etsy shop for all you Etsy lovers, it's www.etsy.com/shop/budgetingonthego. Head over, grab yours today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in our next video.